Okay, so the third topic for today is work from home versus work from office. From Team Diamond Club, it is Team Saurabh, which consists of Emirate Club. Sorry. From Emirate Club, Team Saurabh, which consists of Toastmaster Saurabh, Toastmaster Janvi, Toastmaster Jayan, and Toastmaster Kashish.
And this side, it is Saurabh, Janvi, Jayesh and Kashish. Right? Saurabh, Janvi, Jayesh and Kashish. Jayan. Jayan, Nishad.
Yes.
And you are speaking this group is for
Okay.
From office.
from office.
So you are for the motion.
Against.
Team Saurabh is for work from office and Team Akshat will speak on work from home. I'll repeat the rules. Each and every speaker will get 1 minute of time. Timer will show red flags and you have to stop speaking. After 8th minute, you will start the cross questioning and after the timer shows red flag, you have to stop the session. I wish all the very best. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. We as a team are here to prove that work from home is a need of the hour. First of all, I will start with the statement. It is a fact. Work from home can save up to rupees 2,50,000 rupees per year. Because if we work from home, we can save off travel cost, car maintenance cost, and the cost of formal attire. These all things can be saved if we work from home. For example, Twitter and Facebook, these major giants are promoting work from home because they think they can maximize profit for themselves and the employees can save more.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is. Am I audible to you?
Yes!
So, this is Saurabh Jarial, and we are talking about work from office. So, pardon me, my fellow companion, that I am countering you on the very first statement. He said that we can save a lot of.
Cross question the first go.
Okay, ma'am. Yeah. I just want to ask him.
Don't ask, no cross questioning now.
Ma'am, I'm just giving a point.
Can someone please let Mr. General be aware of the rules?
Okay. Now I'm putting my point only. That is what I want to ask you. Okay. So I believe that we are having around 20 lakh police officers, 25 lakhs IS officers, more than 546 constituency members who are working 24/7 for our betterment. And here are a few gentlemen who believe that if we sit at home facing our laptops, wearing pajamas, we can save a lot of money. I want to ask you all that how are you going to save national security, national economy, national financial development, and what about our nation's development? You are saving 250 lakh rupees for yourself, but what about more than 1 crore laborers who are dependent on daily wage workers by taking out minimum
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Toastmaster Ali, and I am supporting work from home. Work from home results in broader spectrum of recruitment. For example, typically talking about work from office, then an organized and over there, if an organization has to recruit a person, then they have limited area and limited persons to choose upon. Just because if a company is based, if our office is based in Mumbai, then they have to choose from Mumbai. And if they select a candidate from another city, it would lead to an increase in expenses for that particular candidate. And work from home completely eradicates these two things. In work from home, A company can hire any skilled and any best labor from any corner of the world, and this would not lead to any increase in charges.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Toastmaster Janvi. Let's take the live example of Toastfest that is taking place. We can see the amount of craze, enthusiasm, and creativity and productivity that is taking place. And comparatively to the last year, which was held online, the creativity, productivity, and effectiveness was comparatively less. All the members were having the ideas, but the implementation was less effective and less creative. Similarly, work from home might be saving expenses, but the productivity is hampered. Thanks.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Toastmaster Janvi and Janvi Bhatter. Lesser days of holidays we can get here. As we are working from home, it enables employees so they don't take more holidays since they are working. So suppose there are function at one employee's home, so they don't need to take a leave from office and they can attend both the things at the same time as they are working from home only. So they have lesser days of holidays.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Toastmaster Jayan, and I would like to tell you that it is said that when we work from office, we get more to learn, especially as we all would be a fresher when we will be going to join a company. We will be joining as an intern, starting as, I'll be taking an example for the UG students, who will be starting to have an internship. Moreover, if it directly starts from work from home, we won't be having that interaction with our seniors, managers, who would be able to guide us directly and who would be able to tell us what exactly is to be done and what is correct. And if there is any error, they would be able to rectify over there that mistake and would be tell that this is the way it is to be done and this could be the way that it could enhance your productivity. So this is the thing I believe. It should be the special start, it should be work from office and it is more beneficial for everyone.
Right. Good afternoon to ma'am and one present here. Myself Nayush Dahake. So work from home helps in exclusion of commute time. For example, if our office is at 10 a.m., we have to get ready from 7 o'clock, and that really is not time consuming. When we work from home, it is a lot of time is consumed by working from home. Stating the fact, as real as diamond, I just want to say that in India, traveling is second most expense after rent. So yeah, it can really save our time and save our expense by working from home.
Hello everyone, this is Toastmaster Kashish. I think the biggest disadvantage of work from home is the lack of motivation. Motivation drives people to power on and achieve their desired goals. But it is effortless to lose their motivation quickly when someone is put in the wrong place and wrong time. When you work in office with your fellow employees with the same goal, with the common goal, and you have just a little pep talk before starting the project, it acts as a great source of external motivation, which is not there in work from home. Lack of motivation can affect an employee's life, and it can adversely affect the productivity. Yes, there is self-motivation, but to what extent? It is not always enough for working. Thank you.
I would like to counter Mrs. Jayan. Actually, my friend here was right, but not entirely true. Take for example, Corona pandemic. We were all working from our home, but the security was not compromised. I was talking about our normal people, that work from home would be a best option for us, not for the police person. How can a person in the army can shoot in PUBG and secure a country?
So he himself said that it is specifically for a particular group of people. What about those farmers who are working daily, who are working hard in the scorching sun to grow wheat so that you can have a one-day meal? You are talking about your rights. And one more thing, in the very first statement he stated that we can save a lot of money while not wearing formal attires.
Right.
I wonder, he is the member of TNP Forum as an advisor committee. he conducts online meetings. Ma'am, just a minute. Okay. Ma'am, no Just let me complete. We all conduct online meetings. He says that we does not require money for formal attires. So, how do you conduct meetings? By wearing vest or swimming wear? And one more thing.
Actually, I wear shirt on above and half pants below.
Diamond people, instead of raising your voice, please raise your knowledge instead. Shirt and pants are a part of formal attire. So how is he saving money?
At the very first statement, he encountered us. So what does it mean? Do you don't have your topic to say any positive?
We are having a debate. We are not having a group discussion so that I will listen to your point. I have to counter your points. That is not debate.
Shouting will not prove your point.
After 8 minutes, and you started encountering us at very first point of yours. What does it mean?
He wasn't encountering, he was explaining his point, okay? Which may be an encounter to you, but if he was only
Yeah, coming to the topic. Let me ask you one more thing. He said that during COVID pandemic, we are working from home. And he believes that working from home can save a lot of things. I just want to ask him a simple question. There are around 10 to 12 famous people who are entrepreneurs, politicians and social welfare workers. I just want to ask him, tell me one name who believes that work from home could have saved so much time. I will rest my case.
I agree.
you are very
We are talking about working. We all have dream of working in a MNC like Amazon, Flipkart, Tesla. Let me complete.
We are debating. Are you saying that work from home is obsolete?
I don't believe that work from home can be beneficial to our
Then how
country.
can you say Mr. Modi was working from his office? And
He
he's
was
not-
working from his office.
He was
He's a prime minister. Prime minister's residence is considered as the office of the government of India. That's what I believe.
Mr. Jayal, I am coming my point. Let me complete my point. We are not fighting. Mr. Modi conducted online meetings. Was he working from office or was he working from home?
He was working from his cabinet.
So why he was working conducting meetings from online? He should have went to the.
Just a minute. You said, okay, you're trying to say that Modi was conducting meetings online from his office. That is the reason. If the Prime Minister of India, who has all the privilege, can go to his office instead of conducting the online meetings at his home, how do you expect that normal people should not do the same? Don't you consider him as your idol?
Actually, you're proving the wrong point. I am saying Modi was conducting online meetings sitting in his office. I am saying why did not he went to the next office or went to the other place to conduct that offline meeting? Understood?
Just tell me one thing. If you are in charge of a country who has more than 31 states, how would you conduct?
Not the point. Not the point.
That is the
point.
Just nodding and saying does not make you sarcastic.
I'm not sarcastic. I'm
Okay?
just stating you are not the point.
Yeah.
Also, sir, don't talk. Let others speak.
I believe I should say this to diamond people also. They are speaking on his behalf.
So I would like to tell you that if you completely work from home, then you would also prefer to take your education from your home, preferring distance education. Why do you come to the college? It would save you more time. Then why do you come to the college?
Moreover, we have Divya Lakhera and we have to conduct this particular event, they could have conducted this online meeting.
Also,
Why
yes,
did they
yes.
come? So, are you saying that they sitting here is of no use?
If
They're
ma'am was
actually
busy, she could
conducting
have
this
conducted online.
Toastfest judging
If
offline.
ma'am was busy, she could have conducted online.
But what about Toastfest? Could you conduct it on online platform?
Toastfest
Like
is
that?
every day, brother. It's once in a time. That's why.
That is the
that's
reason.
why
If you have a one-day event, you cannot conduct it online. You have to
watch
do
your
it
cricket match
offline.
every day in the stadium.
Okay. Just a minute. He is saying that Toastfest is a one-day event which is conducting offline. So, can I ask you one thing?
Mr.
That-
Jagal,
Yes.
I would like.
First of all, I would ask the diamond people to know the protocols. We consider each other as Toastmasters, not listers. So we.
I have been part of many activities rather than Toastmasters.
I would like to contradict Nayush's first statement that even that we can't go for team building. Even
Are you
we
contradicting
can't.
your own member? Mayush is your member.
Sorry, Jayan.
No, no, no.
I mistake
The opponents, rather than fighting on who's a do, they are contradicting on our points.
I would like to contradict Jayan's first statement that we can't go for team building in work from home. Then sorry, uncle, you are unaware of Teams app. And according to Stanford survey, 77% of productivity was increased in work from home.
It was increased, but what about the maintenance? Oxford University conducted a seminar on which 1 out of 3 people believe that work from home is good. But what about 2 people out of 3 who believe that productivity can be increased by offline method? I want to ask you all the diamond members and the emerald members are cheering for their particular teams. Do you think that this cheerness, this excitement and this level of confidence could be conducted in the online way?
We would have conducted the same enthusiasm if pandemic hits again. Okay, sir.
So how would you be cheering up in chats?
Just I have to state the point.
Ma'am, the time is up.
Indian, I just want to say
Time is up.
whether work from home or
We are also doing it.
I mean, you both did very well. Lots of energy, enthusiasm, and many interesting points. I just want to say one thing right at the beginning. I think it should have been made clear that work from home, are you talking about the corporate sector only? Because it came, education also came in between, the other departments also came in between, and then it became all hodgepodge.
Right now, Saurabh just agreed that we are arguing on the corporate sector, then why did he become the police point?
Some points like farming also came in between. Everything came.
They are not in corporate.
No, but my point is, you work from home and work from office. No, I mean, it was all about corporate, right? Are the farmers going to the office?
They were not aware about the
Are
topic.
the farmers?
Ma'am.
Or was it workplace?
Yes, ma'am.
Workplace wasn't mentioned.
Ma'am, he was talking about the college life. I would like to say.
No, but that is what I'm saying. Corporate sector and education is also a different section.
Ma'am, we are talking. He said that about office. Now, if a teacher is teaching in a particular college, or if a maid is cleaning a particular office in the college, that would be considered as their
That
workplace
is
office.
the workspace. That is the workplace. Office, you are talking about the corporate sector. I think the difference was. I don't know.
Actually, we expected that. When we
Yeah.
say office, it's office.
It's office means it's a corporate office.
And we were very aware about the topic.
Actually, did you get to hear my conclusion?
Huh?
Did you get to hear my conclusion?
What? I can't hear.
Did you get to hear my conclusion?
I didn't get to.
I just like to conclude that whether work from home or work from office, they are both appropriate and necessary. But in this case, in this specific condition, work from home is the need of the hour.
Oh, you shouldn't have said it.
After 15 you said a business school.
He's saying it's in part of his conclusion.
He said it,
But the people are shouting.
after the people were shouting.
Well done, both the teams. Very well done.
Activity and all the very best to all the teams. I really enjoyed the activity and the cross questioning and the debate of today's session. The next activity for today is pillar activity, which will be conducted by Team Deepa. So I request the team to please come on the stage.
So here we are to fill the room with lots of fun, joy and happiness. So here come our activity for the filler. It's gonna be thriller and we are gonna be killer. To begin with the activities, we have a very soothing poem with us. So let's have it on stage, please.
Yeah, you have this.
There was a mountain with clouds behind, merging together as rainfall. Job by job makes a pond. What was it? What it must be? A curious boy touched it. He felt for a sensation in his hand. Then he named the water from another land. Diving in the water, he saw different creatures. Amazing, exquisite experience falls in front of his eyes. Then he saw a mermaid waving hand. He leaped towards her, forgetting he's not on land. She took him to the fair named Coral Fest. Diamonds, glimmer, starfish everywhere.
Whoa, that was so amazing. Now I'd like to draw your attention on a very unique show, that is Diamonds Got Talent. So you guys watch it yourself, what they're gonna do.
Manisha ma'am, this is for you. Thank you.
Did you get hurt?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my God.
Well done guys, great job. So moving ahead, as we all know, we are in a fest. So I feel a fest would not be a fest without having some games in it. So we have a very unique and interesting game for you all. So I will tell you how the game looks like. We'll be showing you a picture on a screen and you all have to guess the movie's name while looking at the picture.
Avengers
What are the movies of Avengers? Before Endgame.
Civil War.
Skip. When you look at the mirror, you see a?
Mirror image.
It's the word starts from R. You see your?
Skip it, skip it.
Skip, skip, skip. 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 When you do something good, the audience will
Applause.
and
Clap.
when you do something good, your parents will pass. Skip. Skip. Skip.
Time's up. Yes.
Okay. Apex, PUBG, another word, another game. That you always don't remember. No. Another game. Okay, pass. Pass. Okay. Dash map.
Google Maps.
No. Pirates had this. Pass. Balance.
Being fine.
No. Yeah. Yes. Pass. No. Back. Another word for eagle.
Vulture.
Yes. Okay. When you are reading a
Novel.
yes, you put a
Bookmark.
yes. Another word for soldier.
Military.
No.
Army. Lieutenant.
Pass.
Lieutenant.
Pass. 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 Time's up. Okay, so next team and the last team from Diamond Club, which is
To draw something is called as portrait. Another with paint colors. Painting out. No. Next. Skip. Something which is hard from inside and soft from inside. Yes. You click a picture. Another one photograph. Yes. You sit on a garden bench. Yes. Skip. On winters, you use dash to for night at night. Blanket. Yes. You carry in your keys. You carry keychain. Key ring. Skip.
time's up.
Pass. Rarest diamond kind of, the biggest, costliest diamond kind of. Pass. No, pass. Today there was a debate that is Dash and the privatization one.
Bank. No.
Work from
home office.
No, privatization one. Pass. What do you wear on the neck?
Necklace.
No, we tie. Pass. It's a company of a pen company. Phone is also known as pass. Another name for hen, male hen.
Rooster.
Yes, pass. Next. Bride walking.
Go.
Sun.
Time's up.
It was a place of fun, the horrific place. But we have the curiosity to go there. That's why we gone. We go 7 of them there, and we went to open the door and go to the house.
We explore more and more. We were excited.
As we started exploring that very place, we decided to just split into 3 and 4 pairs, like 4 people on one side and 3 on the other side, and we all started walking in our particular directions. As we were going, as we three were moving towards the right of the bungalow, we were entering a very smoggy pathway where we saw a lot of chart papers hanging over the trees with all sorts of blood over there. But we kept on walking. And guess what? What we saw? Something we shouldn't have been seen.
As all of them had split up in teams, one of the teams were caught by the policemen and they started running away in the completely opposite direction, and 2 of them split up. And as they split up, they saw something that should not have been seen. And that was so horrifying for them that as they came inside the bungalow, they saw something written on the wall that was very scary and horrifying. And because of that, one of them fell there and there.
What was written in the wall was that you are going to die in 7 days, and it was written with blood. They got very terrified, but then they thought that, all of these things, they are supernatural. It's not possible. Maybe our friends are playing a prank on us. So they got a little relieved, and then suddenly they started yawning. They had a big yawn, so they realized that we are very tired. So they decided to put this aside and sleep, and let's just figure it out in the morning. The next day when they woke up, what they see the countdown has begun. Yesterday it was 7 days, now it is 6 days more.
They were horrified because they started believing that. And soon after that, it was a day when it was the last day of them. Today they were dying. One of them suddenly died, and they find that he's not waking up from his sleep. They were feared for that.
Finally, one died. 2 were remaining. Those 2 were scared so much that they decided to rent to one of their friends named Shania. Shania was too much interested in all these supernatural things. So she asked a lot of questions about the place, about the bungalow, and about the thing which they saw, which shouldn't have been seen, and decided to go to that bungalow back, and stay there and see what shouldn't have been seen.
As Shania saw the sight that shouldn't have been seen, and she went inside the bungalow, she saw the same sight. In 7 days, you are going to die. As her countdown began, she started researching about the whole bungalow thing, and soon she got to know about who was the owner of the bungalow.
As she was researching, she came to know that there is a very tragic past behind this house. The thing was that it was not as haunted and abandoned as it was before. There used to be a lovely couple living there, and then they decided to have a child. So they got a daughter, but she was not so beautiful. Because she was not so beautiful, the couple killed their daughter.
They killed that daughter by throwing her in the well, which was beside of that bungalow. And
As she came to know about this, while she was researching about the bungalow, she decided to go near the well and dug around it. While she was digging the well, she saw a skeleton. That skeleton belonged to that girl who was ugly by face, by those pretty couple.
As she saw the skeleton, she got very scared. Though she was interested in all this, but this was something that was very horrifying. And as she saw the skeleton, she felt something was going inside her, and something happened to her and it came out again.
As she was discovering more, she suddenly felt a movement. And then when she looked, she saw a hand was coming out of the ground. She got very scared. All of them started screaming and running, but somehow their legs just stopped working. They fell down, and then they saw a very scary dark figure coming towards them. And that was the last that anybody ever heard from them.
Thank you so much, everyone. It was really a phenomenal story to hear. Thank you so much.
My word is kettle. My name is Siddharth and my word is kettle.
Kettle or cattle?
Kettle. K-E-T-T-E.
My name is Anshika and my word is backyard. I am Toastmaster Ikra and my word is diminish.
I am Toastmaster Vaishnavi and my word is balloons.
And your word is?
Balloons.
Balloons. I am Toastmaster Avina and my name is Carbon. Carbon, yes.
30 seconds to think of
Okay, so team, your genre is fantasy. You have 30 seconds to think about it.
fantasy.
Time up, please begin.
So, it was a beautiful morning. I woke up and I kept the tea kettle on the gas, and then I realized something was off. All the birds which used to chirp around my house were not chirping. There was some awkward silence around me. And then
I ran into my backyard. I ran into my backyard and just saw all of those birds were lying on the ground dead. I just thought to myself, what is all this happening? I ran back inside my house and what I see is everybody's lying on the floor unconscious. Nobody's up and about. There was almost no breath, no sign of life in them.
After seeing all of this scenario, I was so scared. I rushed out of my house and saw that everyone from one of the house were lying down. And slowly, when I got to see around, I saw that human life was diminishing. Everyone was lying down. Even my family members, including my mom, my dad, they all were lying down.
Then I saw a little kid who was having balloons in his hands, and when he left those balloons, those were in air, and when he looked at them and there was a light just passed, and he just that guy just fall, and
That guy just fell down. I went around everywhere looking what is happening. I ran to a nearby station and I heard an old man saying there is a carbon reflection which is diminishing life, which is hurting everyone and they are dying.
now the question was what to do, where to go. Then I realized that if I just sat here doing nothing, nothing would happen. So I just ran with my pet dog and the small child which was with me.
All I could figure out from this situation was this carbon reflection was affecting all the things in the air and the human beings. The animals on the earth were still fine, and luckily there was my sister with me. So I had only one goal now. I had to save my sister and myself. I have to take both of us to some place which is safe, where we are safe from this carbon reflection.
And the decision we came up with was, I was having a blindfold with me. I put the blindfold on me, and then I put one blindfold on my sister, and then
we ask our dog to just guide us. Like if we are moving forward and if there is something, we told him to bark so that we can get to know that there is something and we can just tackle with the situation. Slowly when we started moving, there were so many hurdles. When I was moving, I heard my sister screaming, "Help! Help! Is someone there? My brother, please help me!" And after that, I was freezed. I was like, "What's wrong with her?" I asked her, "Sister, where are you? Can you hear me?" She said, "Yeah, I can hear you, but I cannot see anything as I'm blindfolded. I guess I am in a hole. Please help me out. Please get me out of here. I'm so scared."
Then suddenly I remembered that my dog can see, or I need the only person I can take help of is my pet. So I asked him to help me, and then he barked and formed a group and called more dogs, and then they helped my sister to come up.
You know how dogs or animals are our best friends? My dog, my pet dog, was so emotionally attached with us that he barked around a lot at the top of his voice and called the other dogs around them. All the dogs came and helped fetch my sister out of the pothole. I only know what kind of situation we dealt with. And there we knew what we had to do was to run as far as we could to save ourselves from the carbon reflection.
Just then I remembered that there was a mountain, and under that mountain was a bunker which was made years ago. So I gave instructions to my dog, and luckily he understood every bit of it. As we did go there with him a lot, and then
We started to go out of the city. We started to climb the mountain. There were bodies all around. We were trying to pass them. It was scary. We couldn't see anything. We were out of our breaths. The only help we had was this pet dog of ours. I was scared, but still I was motivating my sister, trying to help her, trying to help myself.
After that, we slowly we started climbing that mountain, and finally, after so many of the struggles, we reached the bunker. When we entered the bunker, we saw that there are so many more people around there who saved themselves from that light which was harming our lives. We were there, we were discussing, like, do you know what's the reason behind this light? And from a corner, a very low voice came. "I know what's the reason behind that light." We all were shocked. We saw that there was an old man sitting in a corner with a goat in his hand, patting that goat, and we just approached him and asked, like, "Old man, can you please tell what's the reason behind it?"
He said that I don't know the reason behind it, but there is a box near the mountain, and you have to go there, and if you break that box, the light will be disappear and people who was there will get their lives back.
There we knew. The box. That was the only aim. That was the only goal. We ran. I kept my sister with the fellow mates I met. Because I can't risk my sister's life, of course. I took my dog. He helped me, of course. And we reached to the part where we saw the box. Somehow, blindfoldedly, I broke the box, and suddenly there was a beam of light. I thought, might be this is the end. But there was something which I never imagined of. It was a miracle. Everything was settled down. People who was there lifeless started to breathe, open their eyes. And there I knew, patience and determination helps us in everything.
I'm Toastmaster Siley and my word is banner. My word is banner.
I am Toastmaster Sanvi and my word is sweet. Sweet.
I am Toastmaster Aryan and my word is orchestra.
I am Toastmaster Nilesh and my word is filter.
Okay, so team, you have your genre is tragedy, and you have 30 seconds to think on it. hands up, please begin.
It was Saturday night, and me and my family went to a theater to see a show. We were sitting patiently as we were very excited for the show, and suddenly the curtains and the anchor announced that the show will be soon starting, and the curtains were open.
The show was a music show, and I heard about it a lot. It was a very famous singer, and I had seen very big banners of this singer. So I was very excited to see that show.
I was really excited to see the show, and there were people who were making the stage ready for the singer to come on the stage so that he can begin his show. So the people were sweeping the stage so that the singer can come and start the show.
So finally, the orchestra began, and the audience was slowly increasing, and
I was waiting for a show when it will be starting, and it was a time, it was bit above time, and I was waiting for it while. And while I was waiting, I was eating a popcorn. After my popcorn got finished, I need a water to drink. But I see my bottle and it was empty. So I go to the water filter over there to fill my bottle.
While I was filling my bottle, I realized that there are people around, and they were so excited about this show that how good the singer is. But there was one thing that the orchestra was working with the first time, and it was a rumor that it was not that good and it would not be that good show. So people were thinking that whether they have the money they gave for the show was gonna just go in vain.
While all this was happening around, I was feeling very thirsty. So I just went backstage and I wanted to drink some water. So when I went there, I saw the changing room and I heard some strange noises from there. It was none other than the famous singer. I did not see the whole thing, but I knew that there was something wrong going on, but I did not know what to do.
There were strange noises. People were fighting. Someone was shouting. But then the show started. The singer came on the stage with his amazing appearance. He was tall and handsome, standing on the stage, and he started singing with his amazing and melodious voice.
he started singing with his melodious voice. But I was still thinking about the strange noises that were coming from the room. So while I went into the audience, I saw one of my friends and told him about it. That I heard some strange noises from the room. So come with me, we'll do something about it.
Though he tried to convince me that nothing is wrong, just we have to enjoy the show and everything will be fine. The show begins, but something was unusual. I saw something on the singer's face. He was, I think, unwell, or something might have happened because he was not that energetic. His performance was a bit low.
While I was seeing that the singer is quite nervous, I saw a person behind the stage who was cutting the rope.
Oh no, what is happening? Why is he cutting the rope? Shall I say that he's cutting the rope? Or what should I do? Shall I scream? I don't know what to do. So I just went there running to stop that man from cutting the rope.
Meanwhile, till the time I reached and I tried to stop that person, the rope was already cut. The hoarding which was above his head fell on him.
The hoarding which was above his head just fell on him, and he was about to die. I called many people to save it, and we just left it board.
We left it the board, but now the singer was not in his fortune. His blood, his head was bleeding, and all the audience was rushing towards him. It created a lot of disturbance, but at the end, the singer was not alive anymore. His after his show, which was going to be a hit one, now was a flop one. It had ended up with his murder mystery.
Hello everyone. My name is Shraddha House and my word is desert.
My name is Namita Bose and my word is pentagon.
Hello. My name is Krishni Kataria and my word is slave. Label. Yeah.
My name is Toastmaster Dhruv and my word is groove.
Hello everyone, my name is Vivekanand Hall and my word is sublime.
So team, your genre is comedy and you have 30 seconds to think about it. Team time over. Please wait.
It was a hot summer day and I was working in a desert with all of my workers.
And on that desert, a pentagon was about to be. And for that, we need more workers who could work.
We had arranged for all the labor work for making a pentagon in the desert area.
With a groovy attitude, I joined the laborers so that I could help them in their work.
As soon as the laborers were working, they started working in the factory, and in the factory, when the pentagons were all made, they had to supply the products outside the country. For that they needed wages and transport services.
As I arranged all the transport services, I went back to my office to resume my work. And as I went to resume my work, I saw a beautiful young lady approaching my office.
I see she was coming to my office, but she took left. And I thought, why she took left? She need to come here.
I wanted to impress her so that I wanted to impress her, but I could fail to do it as she did come into my office only.
So I went out, I reached out to her, and I genuinely liked the girl at the first glimpse of her, and I folded my shirts to show off some body and tried to impress her.
Yeah, I did all those. I tried all those Shah Rukh Khan style to impress that girl, and thought, yeah, when I saw her, the first thing which came to my mind was that, like, our vibes were matching, and I thought of that I could have tried and I could talk to her and build a relationship.
As I thought of building a relationship with her, I thought of those famous pickup lines, and I approached her, stood in front of her, and said, "Are you a Wi-Fi? Because I feel a deep connection within us." And she smiled at me, and I was like, "Oh yes, there's that connection."
For me, because I liked the girl and I wanted a relationship with her. But that was certainly not possible because of a certain mistake I did. And for the rest of my life, I'm a brother now, I guess.
Yes, for the rest of the life, I am a brother. But yeah, I try to impress, but after Rakhi, I tried to impress some another girl. And yeah, while saying, will you be my, and at that time, I said, will you be my, but, but again, I said the same thing, will you be my sister? But yeah, after some time, yeah, we were together and like the Wi-Fi connection, we had a strong connection in our life and yeah, the life is going great. Thank you.
I really enjoyed being your host. Now I would like to thank our judge for today, Divya Lakhera ma'am, for giving up her precious time to us and for all those judgments by her. Thank you so much ma'am. I hope you must have enjoyed this day. Emerald Club, which is Emerald Jambori. So all the very best to all the team and the participants for tomorrow. Just rock it. Thank you. Thank you. Divya ma'am, please come on the stage and express your views.
Good evening, everyone. And wonderful time I've had today. And thank you so much, Manisha ma'am and Aarti ma'am and the department for giving me this opportunity to be here. And right in the beginning, the anchor had said that the judge is going to have the most difficult time of the day today. And you really proved it. Because you all were so it was definitely a tough task to grade you, to judge you, because you all are such amazing speakers. And Toastmasters is all about your communication skills and your public speaking skills. And it's so good to see you all be doing so well, because these are the skills which are going to be taking you forward in life. When you are starting your professional career, when you will be leading teams, when you will be carrying out discussions, when you will be maybe policy makers, decision makers, then your communication pattern is going to establish your authenticity, your level of understanding and so many things. So it is so amazing to see all of you marching in the right direction. And I also remember one thing. In the beginning, the anchor had said that there's going to be one winner and one loser. No! I think all of you are winners. Every one of you. You are a winner because you've reached here. And your journey starts from here. So all the good wishes to each one of you for a very brilliant life ahead. And many successes. So all the winners, please give yourselves a big round of applause. And we have had so much of speaking and listening today, so I think I'll just end here. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Thank you so much.
I'm sure we'll cover up on that. And Spinner was great as always. We had different genres, we had all the students coming up. It's not easy to think on the spot how much have we planned and come. Coming and speaking on the stage is, it becomes unplanned, and each one of you did good, So that's all the four activities were wonderful, okay? The theme, we were really under the sea. We had a pool, it was not actually cool, we should be saying it's a high temperature under the sea because the ACs were not working. But I can see with organizing team of Diamond Club, very actively involved. The discipline was well maintained. And here I should even applaud the Emerald Club members because they followed the guidelines given by the Diamond Club members. So that's great. As I said initially itself, winning or losing doesn't matter. It is enjoying the fest, being an active participant is what so much, everybody. You've been great, Toastmasters. I love you all. Bye. Let's see you tomorrow with the same notes. June?
Thank you so much, ma'am. Now we are officially done with the day 1 of Toastfest. See you all tomorrow in Emirate Jammu. Thank you. And I request everyone to please report on time, which is before 10 a.m. We'll have a march past tomorrow. Thank you.